The edge comes with risks. The Andes are restless. Earthquakes rumble beneath the surface, and heavy rains can trigger landslides with little warning. In times of danger, entire communities rally together, their shared vulnerability forging bonds of solidarity. They build and rebuild, adapting ancient techniques to modern needs, terracing slopes, reinforcing foundations, and designing homes to flex with the shifting earth. Yet, for all the hazards, there is immense beauty. From the heights, the panorama is breathtaking. Mountain ridges recede into blue haze. Rivers wind like silver threads, and at dusk, the lights of the city flicker against the encroaching dark. Life is slower here, measured not only by the passing of time, but by the rhythm of the land, the rising cloud, the call of mountain birds, the distant rumble of thunder. In these mountain cities, tradition and modernity coexist in harmony. Street vendors sell arepas and fresh fruit in bustling plazas, while students gather in sleek libraries and tech hubs perched above the clouds. Art adorns the walls of once-forgotten neighborhoods, telling stories of struggle and hope. Against a backdrop of steep cliffs and rolling fog, the people of the Andes have built homes that are more than shelter. They are statements of endurance and dreams realized. This is life on the edge, a place where danger and beauty entwine, and where Colombia's mountain cities stand as living monuments to human tenacity, ingenuity, and the unbreakable spirit of those who dare call these heights their home. Echoing between the houses. This is daily life in Medellin, defined by the mountains, but never constrained by them. In this vertical city, the Andes are not just a backdrop. They are a living part of the story. The mountains shape the skyline, the rhythms of life, and the spirit of the people. Medellin stands as a testament to human resilience, creativity, and the enduring bond between land and those who call it home. Here, among the towering peaks and steep valleys, Manizales stands poised on the very edge of the Andes, a city that seems to defy gravity and convention alike. Perched along a razor-thin mountain ridge, it rises from a landscape shaped by both fire and rain, with the dark silhouette of the Nevado del Ruiz volcano looming in the distance. Here, in the heart of Colombia's Coffee Triangle, life is a delicate dance with altitude, where every street, every home, and every heartbeat is attuned to the mountain's relentless rhythm. The city's origins are a testament to human ingenuity and resolve. Settlers chose this improbable location for its strategic vantage and fertile volcanic soil, despite the daunting geography. Manizales was built not on flat plains, but along the dramatic spine of the Cordillera Central, where every corner can drop away into a mist-filled abyss. The city unfolds across a network of ridges and valleys, each neighborhood clinging to the land as if held in place by determination alone. Homes here are feats of architectural adaptation. Multi-level dwellings cascade down impossibly steep slopes, hugging the earth in a way that feels almost organic. Many buildings are anchored to bedrock, fortified with deep foundations and retaining walls to withstand both the pull of gravity and the forces of nature. Schools, hospitals, and public buildings are engineered with precision, often straddling ridgelines or tucked into carved terraces. The result is a cityscape of steps, balconies, and winding stairways, an urban labyrinth built vertically as much as horizontally. Getting to and around Manizales is an adventure in itself. Roads snake up from the valleys, twisting and turning through dense cloud forests and coffee plantations. Each ascent is a journey through shifting climates, with sunlight giving way to swirling fog and sudden bursts of rain. Intercity buses, heavy trucks, and the ever-present rural jeeps, known as willies, navigate these precarious routes with practiced skill. For locals, sharp curves and steep grades are simply part of daily life, a reality woven into the city's identity. Yet, living on the edge comes with its risks. The region's volcanic origins are both a blessing and a curse. The fertile soil nurtures lush coffee farms that blanket the slopes in green. But the ground beneath is restless. Earthquakes are a constant threat, their tremors a reminder of the volcano's slumbering power. Landslides, triggered by torrential rain, can cut off neighborhoods in an instant, while sudden fog blankets Manizales, isolating it from the world below. The people here have learned to adapt, preparing for the unexpected and rebuilding when nature demands it. Despite these challenges, life in Manizales is rich and vibrant. On sunny mornings, the air is filled with the scent of roasting coffee beans as farmers spread their harvest to dry in the open air. The slopes around the city come alive with the hum of activity. Pickers moving between rows of glossy coffee plants, children playing on hillside paths, and neighbors sharing stories over steaming cups of tinto. There is a profound sense of community, a spirit forged by shared hardship, and the joy of living amid breathtaking beauty. Manizales is more than a city. It is a testament to resilience and resourcefulness. Here, on this narrow ridge, people have carved out a life in harmony with steepness and sky, transforming challenge into opportunity. The city's skyline is a jagged silhouette against the clouds, a reminder that balance is not just possible, but inspiring. In Manizales, every sunrise is a triumph, every harvest a celebration, and every day a new chapter in the ongoing story of this remarkable city on the ridge. In the heart of the Colombian Andes, where the clouds drift low and the earth rises high, lies the city of Pasto. Perched at nearly 2,500 meters above sea level, this city lives in the ever-present company of Galeras volcano, a silent giant whose silhouette dominates the horizon. Here, life unfolds in the shadow of ancient forces, where the mountain's quiet watchfulness is both protector and unpredictable neighbor. In Pasto, every sunrise glows with the knowledge that the ground beneath is alive, the air tinged with the coolness of altitude and the memory of eruptions long past. Building a life here is an act of resilience and ingenuity. The people of Pasto have learned to shape their homes not just with bricks and mortar, but with an understanding of the land's restless spirit. Structures are reinforced, their frames designed to sway rather than shatter when the earth trembles. Walls are thick and windows small, offering warmth against the chill that settles each night. Neighborhoods cluster together on the high plateau, forming a patchwork of red-tiled rooftops that seem to cling to the mountainside. In these compact communities, every home is a testament to adaptation, a careful balance of tradition and necessity, of beauty and safety. Reaching Pasto itself is a journey shaped by the land's dramatic contours. The city is connected to the wider world by long, winding roads that snake through the southern reaches of Colombia. These roads twist along steep mountainsides and plunge into deep valleys, offering travelers breathtaking vistas and reminders of nature's scale. For those seeking a faster route, air travel is possible via the Antonio Nariño Airport, an engineering feat nestled between rolling hills. Here, planes take off and land on runways surrounded by lush green slopes, the thin mountain air making each arrival and departure a small adventure. Yet, for all its beauty, Pasto is a place of ever-present risk. Galeras is not just a backdrop, but one of Colombia's most active volcanoes. Its history is marked by eruptions, some gentle, others fierce. Residents keep a wary eye on the mountain, aware that life here can change in a moment. Earthquakes ripple through the region, their tremors a reminder of the forces at work deep below. Ashfall sometimes drifts across the city, dusting rooftops and streets, mingling with the mist that rolls in from the hills. Precaution is woven into daily life. Emergency drills, evacuation plans, and a collective memory of past eruptions shape how people prepare for the future. Still, in the face of uncertainty, the spirit of Pasto endures. As dusk falls, the city softens beneath the evening mist. Children walk home from school, their laughter echoing along cobbled streets as they trace paths through the drifting fog. In the heart of the city, a priest rings the church bell, its sound rising above the rooftops and fading into the distance. The people of Pasto gather in plazas and markets, sharing stories and traditions passed down through generations. Here, community is strength, and hope is as persistent as the mountain's shadow. Living in Pasto is a daily act of courage and celebration, a reminder that beauty and danger often walk hand in hand. Beneath the gaze of Galeras, life is never still, but always vibrant. The city stands as a tribute to human resilience, a place where the rhythms of the earth shape the rhythms of the heart. In Pasto, the land of volcanoes, each day is greeted with gratitude, reverence, and the quiet thrill of another sunrise in the shadow of a giant. Perched high in the heart of Colombia's eastern cordillera, Tunya stands as a quiet sentinel over the rolling green valleys and distant cloud-wreathed peaks. At nearly 2,120 meters above sea level, the air is crisp and thin, carrying with it the faint scent of eucalyptus and the promise of cold that settles in each evening. Snow occasionally dusts the colonial rooftops, a rare but striking sight above the maze of terracotta tiles and whitewashed walls. Here, the city seems to hold its breath, a place where history lingers in every cobblestone alley, and the mountains press close, watching in perpetual silence. Tunja's origins stretch back centuries, rooted first in the traditions of the Muisca people who called this plateau home. When the Spanish arrived, they recognized the natural advantages of this highland fortress, its defensible position, its sweeping views, and its distance from the sweltering tropical lowlands. The city they built atop these ancient foundations endures to this day, shaped by wind, frost, and the relentless passage of time. To survive in Tunja's demanding climate, the people learned to build in harmony with the land. Homes here are designed first and foremost for warmth and protection. Thick adobe walls, sometimes half a meter deep, form a sturdy barrier against the cold. These earthen walls trap heat during the day and release it slowly through the long, freezing nights. Above, sloping red tile roofs shed the occasional snow and channel rainwater away from the living quarters. Many houses still cluster around central courtyards, a tradition inherited from both the Muisca and the Spanish, where gardens and fruit trees offer a private sanctuary from the wind. The streets of Tunja are narrow and winding, following the contours of the hillside. In the early morning, fog drifts through the city, muffling the sound of footsteps and the distant clopping of horses' hooves on ancient stones. The colonial churches, with their massive doors and weathered bell towers, rise above the rooftops, their silhouettes etched against the grey sky. Getting to Tunja is an adventure in itself. From Bogotá, the capital, travelers follow mountain highways that twist through dramatic passes and skirt sheer cliffs. The journey is a test of skill and patience. Long-distance buses and trucks inch along the winding roads, tires gripping the asphalt as fog seeps over the ridges and sudden storms turn the landscape ghostly and treacherous. In winter, ice and sleet can transform the road into a gauntlet, and only the most experienced drivers dare to tackle the route after dark. Life in Tunja comes with its own set of risks. The altitude brings cold that bites through even the warmest clothing, and on the harshest nights, frost glazes the rooftops and withers garden plants. When the weather turns, fog can blanket the city for hours, reducing visibility to a few meters and making every journey an exercise in caution. Yet for all its challenges, Tunja is a place of resilience, a testament to the people who have carved out a home in the highlands, who rise each morning to tend their fires and greet the sun as it climbs above the eastern hills. Inside these thick-walled homes, families gather around crackling fireplaces, sharing stories passed down through generations. The cold may press in from outside, but within there is warmth, laughter, and the enduring spirit of the highlands. A fortress not just of stone and clay, but of memory, tradition, and quiet strength. Tunja remains, steadfast and proud, its heart beating slowly beneath the snow-dusted rooftops an endless Andean sky. Hidden in the folds of Colombia's Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta, where emerald jungles climb toward cloud-veiled peaks, lies a village unlike any other, Minca. Here, the land transforms in the blink of an eye, rising from the turquoise embrace of the Caribbean coast to misty forests where the air cools and the world slows down. This is a place where mountain life breathes with a rhythm all its own. In Minca, nature is both a canvas and an architect. The village is tucked into rolling hills and steep ravines, with homes perched above the treetops or nestled beside rushing streams. Building here is a blend of ingenuity and respect for the land. Many homes are crafted from locally sourced wood, their frames forming eco-lodges and cabins that blend seamlessly into the landscape. Some rest on sturdy stilts, elevating them above plunging slopes and providing panoramic views of the endless green below. These structures are more than just shelters. They're sanctuaries designed to coexist with the jungle's untamed beauty. Getting to Minca is an adventure in itself. The main road winds up from Santa Marta, twisting and turning as it climbs higher into the mountains. Potholes and muddy patches make the journey slow, and only sturdy four-wheel drive trucks or motorbikes can reliably make the trip. For those living even farther from the village center, the journey continues on foot or by mule, following ancient trails that snake through the undergrowth and across bubbling streams. Each step brings you deeper into the heart of a place where the modern world feels far away. Living in Minca means embracing both its wonders and its challenges. The rainforest is alive with sound, the distant roar of howler monkeys, birdsong echoing from the canopy, and the gentle percussion of rain tapping on tin roofs. But the same elements that make Minca enchanting also bring risk. The mountains are steep, and the soil is loose, leaving the village vulnerable to flash floods and sudden landslides during the rainy season. Erosion carves gullies and exposes roots, sometimes threatening the very foundations of homes perched on the hillsides. Isolation is part of daily life. The winding roads and dense forests that shield Minca from the outside world also complicate access to essential services. In emergencies, help can be hours away. Communication is sometimes unreliable, and supplies must be brought in with careful planning. Yet, for many who call this place home, these hardships are more than balanced by the rewards. Fresh mountain air, abundant wildlife, and a close-knit community that looks out for one another. The climate here is a study in contrasts. Mornings often dawn with a blanket of mist, dew clinging to broad leaves and spiderwebs glistening in the light. By midday, the sun burns through the clouds, warming coffee plantations and organic gardens perched on terraced slopes. Afternoon rains sweep in, cooling the earth and filling the air with the scent of wet earth and blooming flowers. The rhythm of life follows the weather, with quiet mornings, busy afternoons, and evenings spent listening to the symphony of the rainforest. Minca is a village defined by its harmony with the mountains. It is a place where people build not just houses, but homes that honor the land's wild contours, where every journey up a winding road or along a muddy path is a reminder of nature's power and promise. Here, life is shaped by the mountain's moods, sometimes gentle, sometimes fierce, always unforgettable. In Minca, the hidden heart of the Sierra Nevada beats strong, calling those who seek adventure, tranquility, and a deeper connection to the world above the clouds. Perched high above the emerald folds of Colombia's fabled coffee triangle, Salento stands as a living balcony to the Andes. Here, the morning mist clings to painted eaves and intricate balustrades, wrapping the town in a soft, poetic haze. Salento is more than a destination. It is the soul of Colombia's mountain country, a place where color and culture entwine with the rhythms of the land. Every street of Salento is lined with wooden houses, painted in a rainbow of vivid hues, turquoise, ochre, cobalt, and crimson, each one adorned with a balcony overflowing with flowers. These balconies are not merely decorative, they are the heart of daily life. From them, families greet neighbors, children play, and the songs of birds mingle with the laughter that drifts through the air. The architecture here honors the challenges of mountain living. Homes are lifted on sturdy platforms, built to rise above the touch of water and the shifting earth, their foundations anchored against the eternal slope. Every plank and beam tells a story of adaptation, a testament to the ingenuity born from living in harmony with the land. The journey to Salento is an adventure in itself. Winding roads snake through green ridges, climbing ever upward, their sharp switchbacks revealing breathtaking vistas at every turn. The iconic Willys Jeeps, relics of another era, bounce along these rugged paths, carrying everything from sacks of coffee to families heading to market. These vehicles, sturdy and reliable, have become as much a part of Salento's identity as its balconies and palms. Yet the road is not without peril. Landslides triggered by heavy rains and the restless earth threaten to cut off access, while the influx of visitors during peak seasons strains the delicate infrastructure. The people of Salento know well the unpredictability of the mountains, but they greet these challenges with resilience and grace. Beyond the town, the landscape opens into the valley of Cocora, a realm of giants, where the world's tallest wax palms pierce the sky. These slender trees, stretching up to 60 meters, sway in the wind, their crowns disappearing into the clouds. Walking among them, one feels the humility of standing in the presence of ancient sentinels, witnesses to centuries of change and continuity. The valley is alive with the calls of exotic birds, the distant ring of a mule's bell, and the whisper of the wind through the grass. Daily life here is steeped in tradition and marked by the steady pulse of the coffee harvest. On impossibly steep hillsides, farmers tend to their crops, their hands skilled by generations of practice. Coffee is more than a product. It is a way of life, a ritual that begins with the first light of dawn and ends only when the sun dips below the mountain ridges. In bustling plazas, the clink of porcelain cups offers a soundtrack to the day, mingling with the strains of village music that spill from open doors and busy markets. As the sun sets, painting the mountains in hues of gold and violet, families walk together along narrow paths, returning home from the fields. The air is cool and crisp, filled with the scent of earth and blooming flowers. In these quiet moments, one feels the strength that comes from living on the slopes, the strength to adapt, to endure, and to celebrate the beauty in every challenge. In Colombia, the mountains are more than geography. They are identity. These towns do not defy the slopes. They grow with them. In every narrow staircase, every cable car, every home built on a ledge, lives a people shaped by altitude, resilience, and beauty. Here, high above the valleys, life is a testament to the enduring spirit of the Andes and the vibrant heart of Salento.